Some more good news. A Snyder cut killed it in China. Over 7 million views within the first day of release. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts. It's nuts, ladies and gentlemen. It's nuts. Going to get nuts. Michael Keaton. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholas, sorry. The Snyder Cut is just doing numbers, shall we say? They're doing numbers. We're winning, people. Keep watching now. Winning cannot be denied. We cannot be denied. Don't worry about Toby Ebrick and Ann Sarnoff and Walter Hamada. Don't worry about them. Jason Keeler, AT&T, HBO Max. It's got a destiny with the Snyderverse. It's coming. I wanted to talk about something else. So I was watching Cape Cast, and I was just watching the guys break down, the Snyder Cut. They were discussing Steppenwolf as a villain, and it was really cool to hear them talk about it. Excuse me for a minute. It's cool to hear them talk about it because, Steppenwolf showed different sides of himself. He could be a beast, yet he was an honorable warrior. Hence, like Noble Queen, and you hear him talk about it was a mistake, and I slayed all those who plot against him. You could tell he was a noble guy, right? He was a warrior. And he believed his beliefs, and he lived his beliefs. And you could see, to win back favor with Darkseid, you could see that Steppenwolf, when he found out that the anti-life equation was right on Earth, he was first to let. Now, think about this. He knows anti-life is on Earth. Now, if he was a dishonorable guy, what would he do? He would take it for himself. Right? He didn't. He pledged anti-life to Darkseid. Obviously, the Omega symbol is anti-life, which is what Darkseid has on his chest. But if you do remember, and again, New Gods will explain this much more. Uxas, he had this little impression on his chest, right? The Omega symbol upside down on his chest. Maybe the anti-life fills in that piece, and he really gets all control and power once he wields it. I don't know. But we saw him hitting the ground, and both he and Steppenwolf brought up the Omega symbol in the midst of the fire, right? So, because that's Darkseid's thing, right? But you can see how honorable Steppenwolf is. And obviously, the only thing Steppenwolf wants is favor with Darkseid again. And I believe that he was tricked more than anything else into going against Darkseid. And I think he's trying to win back that favor. But it seems as though he's a very loyal guy. And ultimately, in the end, it cost him his life. I want to talk to you guys about one thing, though. I thought that would be very interesting. Maybe it occurs in the Snyderverse, maybe it doesn't. But the one movie I still want to see is a movie on the Amazons. I want to see something on them as well. So, we kind of, all my conversation about the Snyderverse and restoring it, I forgot to talk about that. Man, maybe that could be post Justice League 3 or somewhere along the lines. A series on HBO Max would be great to do with the Amazon. So that's another hot topic, and everybody, I always love to see the Amazons. We always love to see them and their culture and everything. Like how they had Krypton on Sci-Fi, we could have the Amazons. But that's another thing. I don't know what kind of story we'd have or what, but I think that's something good for us to think about in the Snyder Cut, universe, and all that stuff. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go into one more thing before I leave. I'm not gonna spend much more time, hopefully. Last thing I want to talk to you guys about is our attitude as fans. We're getting what we want, and we're being positive. And let's rejoice in every victory, because every victory is going our way. This is just going to turn the tables our way. We know that Warner Brothers Pictures didn't want the Snyder Cut out. We got it. Now they don't want the Snyderverse to exist. We'll get that too. But after both victories, I want you guys to think about this. Think about not just the journey, but think about what this means to other people. The successes that we will have are not for ourselves to revel in. It's not about us being right. It's about the successes to help other people rise up. The small guy, the little guy. Let him know he counts. He can do a lot. And it's limitless, the possibilities you can do. So I'm hoping for that. Definitely, Hollywood needs to be restructured a bit. And there's a little shakeup when it comes to Ray Fisher. And I still support Ray Fisher. I still stand with him. And I'm hoping that he will continue to say what he has to say out there. For those people who are interested in the Mataverse, you can be interested in the Mataverse. My thing is, why are you reflecting and saying that the Snyderverse needs to be destroyed or non-existent? I don't understand that logic. Why is it that only the Mataverse can exist, but the Snyderverse can't? When we've had a multiverse all the time. So to you guys, I say to you, don't hate, appreciate. I'm not about exclusively the Snyderverse. I'm not about exclusively any universe. My thing is, I just want what I like to be in existence. I don't see that as a problem. So that's all I got to say to you guys for now. But I may come back with another one tonight. So stay tuned. I'll catch you guys later. I said, Disciple out.